Hey, this is Liz from Kingdom Police and Fibeworks. This is episode 2. I'm actually following through and doing this again. Amy's not here today. She actually has COVID. I didn't want to even say the word, but she does have it. She's fine. She said she has a sore throat and a runny nose and stuff, but other than that, she's doing fine. Her daughter had it last week or the beginning of last week or whatever, so she was kind of waiting for it. But everybody else is fine in the house. So, well, but she also got another job. So I am on my own right now. She's gonna try and come to work for me on Mondays, and that's because those are her days off at her new job. And so we will try and podcast on the days that she's here, and we'll see how that goes. If not, it'll be me. And so I'll do my best. I have to practice looking at the camera and I don't know, keep just taking my time because I feel like without the other person, I feel like I'm going to rush and talk too much, talk too fast, not too much, too fast. But I just wanted to send out a prayer to everybody that's like out in Ukraine or all the people that's over that direction. It's kind of hard to think about all the craziness that's going on right now, and hopefully we can help as much as we can and things get straightened out faster. But I just feel like it's one thing after another right now, and it's just hard for everybody to deal with and just listen to all the craziness that's going on there. So I just wanted to send out prayers to everybody that's over there before I move on. But this is a podcast. We have a fiber mill in northern Vermont, where we are about 45 minutes from Canada. We have it's a carding mill, really. Our goal is to start do yarn and everything, but right now we're washing, picking, carding, and pin drafting, and then I dye. We can make bats, so we can kind of do all the hand spinning stuff for all the hand spinners out there. So but then also, so because I love the yarn and I want to offer that to everybody, I also do some of the indie dyeing as well. So I do a little, I have a bunch of bases, but I am trying to do more non-superwash than superwash. I will have some superwash to offer just because I know it's handy for kids and stuff like that, and you kind of need a little of everything, I feel like. But eventually, once I hopefully can start spinning, then most of it will be non-superwash. So I kind of want to do a slow transition into that. I have a dog at my feet. No. But carding, and I love spinning, so spinning is definitely my favorite thing to do. So, well, I mean, I can't say that because I knit all the time too, so I don't know. It's a wash. I like them both. And I most nights sit there and go try to spend more time thinking about what I want to do than actually doing it. So I don't know. So the first thing, so I have some whips. I actually have a couple of FOs that are small. They're just little things. And then, but hey, I don't usually have finished objects, so that's an accomplishment in itself. So yes, I have those. I have, and then I have some yarn and roving that I wanted to show you guys. So I wanted to start off with, still working process. It's gonna be for a while. Oh, and the lighting is gonna be hopefully so much better because, last time when we podcast for the first one, I get everything set up and, did everything, and I thought it was okay because it was such a bright sunny day. So I complained to my daughter. I said, oh, I wish it was just brighter. She goes, you really need to get a ring light. It's my phone is attached to the ring light. I just didn't turn it on. Oh well, it was just not even like I was just using it as a tripod and didn't even turn it on because I thought it was bright out, so I didn't think I'd need it. So, oh well, now we're learning as we go. So now hopefully the lighting is going to be much better. I kind of changed the angle so it wasn't so blown out in the background. So we're still in the same spot, but I'm kind of in the kitchen and the living rooms over there. This, like, I don't know. We don't have one empty wall. John really likes pictures, I guess. I don't know. We have pictures everywhere, and we don't have an empty wall in the house. All of them are covered except for, and that's not even empty. That's our dry erase board that I put all notes to the kids. So yeah, so the first thing I have is this Lopi sweater that I'm working on, that I was working on last time. It's gonna be a cardigan. So I think that's the right side. Yeah, I think so. So this is the front. I'm gonna cut it down the middle, down here. Bear with me. Me and my one-handedness. Amy's not here to be my other hand. So yeah, so I've gotten a good chunk done. I was like only a couple inches after the arms. So I have, I don't know, I probably have like 4 inches to go. And so then we have the arms, and it's gonna, the rest of it is just knit. And if I've been trying every night before I start anything else, if I do like 2 or 3 rounds, and then I can at least get something a little bit done each time. So that's my goal, is to do that. But I'm really liking it. I did try it on. It's loose. But I think I'm gonna wear it more like a jacket anyway. And then by the time I cut it and put everything together, I think it'll snug it up a little bit too. I do want, maybe people can help me. I do want to put in a zipper. And I think, because I just think the way this is so chunky and everything, I can't picture what it's gonna look like with a like with this Lopi button band, because it's kind of like thick and thin in places, and I don't think it's gonna hold up. So I was kind of thinking a zipper. I've never put in a zipper. I watched a video the other day, and they put some stabilizer in there, then steeked it, and then put the zipper in. I don't know. My hands, so I have a sewing machine. Sewing one-handed though, straight lines, that might be scary and dangerous. So I might have to rope in Emma, either my youngest, she knows how to sew. So I'm hoping, if I can't just like whip stitch it in there, or sew it in, because the holes are big. Like this, the stitches are bigger, so it's gonna be hard. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But if you have any thoughts, ideas, links to like, just let me know what to do, because that's the part that I'm trying to figure out. But it's gonna be so warm and so soft, and it's so soft, it's so snuggly. So that is my first whip. The second one is, let's see here. I have not worked on John's sweater at all, so that one's not even gonna be acknowledged. I will pretend it doesn't exist. So the next thing I started was a Dodgeries by Stephen West. I started thinking about the mill. I really want to make up some spinning kits for everybody, and then like have like, it's going to be more inspiration ideas or thoughts of like, this was behind the kit than it is like the actual pattern, because I think that will be easier for me and everybody else, just because of all the copyright stuff. So, but I want to do some kits that like just have like all the colorways and stuff like that, so you can spin it in with a goal in mind of making like this one, like for the Dodgeries, or a goal in mind to make whatever shawl or sweater or something like that. But I kind of want to make it so that way it's kind of all put together, and that way you have a goal or like a plan in mind when you're spinning it. Because I know a lot of times that I'm spinning, I don't really have that goal, and then I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with it? So I figured that this might be easier, just to have like some kind of like goal. So that's kind of my plan right now, is to just make up some kits. But of course, so I messaged Stephen West, or their people or whatever. I'm sure it wasn't really Stephen. But I messaged their people and they said they're happy to use like my like inspirations or whatever, like thoughts of like this is, you know, a kit for what, like say dodderies or whatever. So he said they'd be happy for that, but I can't use their pictures. So of course now I have to knit some from my hand spun so that way I can have some pictures. So that's where this all started. And so I started the dodderies and it's actually super fun. I messed it up at the beginning. Yeah, so I'm using, this is 2 years ago's, no, not last year, but the year before. Yeah, I guess that's 2 years. Some of the Advent kit yarns because I wanted to use them up. So I started with them, and then that was like the very first. And then I'm liking these ones better. But I figure those are the ones that tucked in. So it's gonna kind of, these are, yeah. So these are the colors so far, and I'm just using, and I like how the short rows are going. Oh yeah, you can see them better now. Once I stretch it out, the cord's getting too, I don't have a longer cord. I need to get one. It's coming in the mail. But as it's growing, so I have, this is what I have so far. And then the next ones are going to be, and I'm not going to be able to do this all at once. I have to do one at a time because the other hand thing. So this will be the next one. So that one's got some more pinks in there, but then it goes into more blues. That one's got a little, very little bit of pink, but then headed more towards the blues. And then, I think it goes, and then these are the blues from there. I think this is how it's going. Now I can't remember. And then it's got some greens in there. And then this is the greens. And then these are all Advent kits too from the other Advent kit that I did. So I wanted to use all those up and get them off my wall because I actually, opposite me, I have a big moose antler that I have all my yarn on hanging, and it just fell off the wall because when Johnny put it on the wall, it was made for decoration, not for a place to hang yarn. So he needs to put it back up there and actually put it on a stud. So yeah, so I have this one, and it's going to be so snuggly, and it's so soft. I have no idea what some of this is, but it's been so long since I spun this, and they all kind of went together, so the red is kind of, but whatever, it'll work. It's going to be crazy, but it's super fun, and I don't know, I think this is some kind of, it's soft, so I'm guessing marine, I don't know. It's not top, it's definitely carded for me. But I think this will be a good sample. So we're gonna have that first sample. That'll be the next one. And if anybody else has spun fiber from me and knit something, I would love it if you like tagged me in Instagram, especially Instagram. And by the way, I have a Facebook page, and I do listen, like if people put comments and stuff, I will respond and stuff like that, but I definitely use Instagram more. So if you are looking, like if you do anything, finish anything, please, if you have Instagram, post it on Instagram or Facebook, and I can move it over to Instagram because that seems easier to me. I have a really hard time trying to keep track of everything. That's why I like Ravelry. I don't use it. If I have to use it to get a pattern or something like that, I will, but I don't really use it. I usually just find it the easiest way, and it's just easier for me to keep everything in one spot. I try and stay on like all the social media. You'll notice it, like I have it, but and I definitely use social media, but definitely not as much as other people. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's because I'm getting old or whatever. I'd rather be working and doing other stuff than sitting there scrolling. I do my best. The next one, and I don't even have anything. None of this is in bags right now because all the bags are filled of projects that I'm not using. This is one that I got at the last festival though. I love these baskets. This one goes everywhere. Like, not like everywhere with me, but if I'm like, even if I'm just like bringing stuff to places, you know, going to visit somewhere, I bring that. I love that basket. Any of these baskets. I have a couple of them. The next thing is going to be really long, a long-term project. Hopefully it can't be long forever because I want this for somebody, and I would like to get it done by next year. But it's a granny stripe blanket, and I wanted to make sure, like, here's another example of why acrylic, superwash, all that kind of stuff makes more sense. I know it's going to be blocked. I know it's going to be with a young adult that's going to throw it in the washing machine, so I wanted to make sure it's washable. So I bought a whole bunch of worsted weight acrylic, like superwash, like anything that's washable was kind of like, because I wanted a scrappy blanket, and this thing is huge. I don't know what I was thinking. It's a scrappy blanket, but I am not going to count how many, like when I'm starting a crochet, like a chain, I just like crochet chain a chain, stretch it out and say, it'll go over a bed. Whatever. Good enough. But now it's like, it's huge. So here's the start of it. I don't know if this is going to be fun. You won't be able to see you, but, oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it's going to go from here. There. And there. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be big, and I can't even imagine how long it's going to take to like each row. I'm not a fast crocheter. This is the one thing that I still do left-handed from when I got hurt, is crochet, because I hold the crochet hook in my hand and then I do everything with my right hand, where it would have had to be the other way, but that's the only way I can do it. Because my daughter was going to take over one of the crochet blankets and she couldn't because it was in reverse. And that is one thing that I can still do left-handed. Everything else I've had to relearn how to do it right-handed. But yeah, they're all just different. But it's so nice. It's so comfortable. She's gonna love it when I finally get it around to finish it. So I try like, I don't know, when I'm too tired to do anything else, I try and do at least like 1 or 2 rows. When I sit down and do it. Like last night I did 2 rows because it was Scrappy Sunday, so I did it then. And that's the other one. So those are the things that I'm working on. I don't know how everybody else is. I feel like 3 things are like good for me. If I do more than that, I don't have time to work on them. So 3 seems like a good number for me. I have other little things that are like on the go kind of projects, but these are the ones that I like kind of alternate between at home. I did finish, these are my FOs. I finished some dishcloths. I got, this one's got a little random bits on the end, but I did finish that one so I can put them in the drawer. That was the other question. What do you guys do for ends for cotton? Because I did the best I can, but they're just going to be for the kitchen, so they're not going to be anything special. And the other one, this was 2 different colors. And this one's not pretty at all. But I don't know what's up with this corner. It's like totally not, it's a weird shape. I don't know what I did, but I don't know if the cotton, like when I switched to a different color, if it was skinnier and changed the gauge of it. I don't know. It was weird, but whatever. It's going to be to probably end up washing the floors or something, so whatever. I'm not worried about it. So there's that one. Those are my finished objects. I will put in a picture of all the hand spun in a row so that way you can see where they were. And hopefully there will be I think there's enough space somewhere, either there. Yeah, we'll find them there. I'll put all the links in there. And then I have to run downstairs and get, oh, actually, hang on a second. I have this roving, and bear with me. I have to pick it up. It's a giant bag, and I'll try and make as little noise as possible, but it's going to be hard. So this is a huge bag of roving. I wanted to go over the difference between like pin drafted roving and because I started thinking about it. Well, I told you what the pin drafted roving is. It's all stretched out, so it's carded off the carder. It's all the fibers are all mixed up. Then it goes through like a machine that has like teeth in it, and it's got combs in it, and it kind of stretches all the roving out. But when it comes out, it's in a giant like, oh shoot, there's a hole in it. It's in a giant, I just made a big mess. It's in a giant coil. Oh my God, it's all over the place. Hang on a second. You've got to figure something out. Let me go put this on the table. See this? Like this is how big it is, but that was not supposed to happen. Okay. So yeah, it's in a big, huge, giant coil, and it's in 1 pound like increments. And it's for the Lopi sweater that I did, but it is on the website for, you know, if anybody's interested in it. And the other thing I wanted to say was that when it comes in that coil, I have no pretty way of like bagging it up and packaging and making it all nice because it's in this giant like coil. It's gonna go everywhere. So I don't have any good ways of making it like this other than putting it in bags and making it pretty that way, because you don't want to ball it up. I know some people do, but I wouldn't want to put it in a ball because then you're smushing it and then it could get felted. I know there's one lady I talked to at a festival, and she said she balled up her roving. I think it was for Gotland, and she said every single ball was felted. And I don't know, you know, because of the heat and the cold, and like, you know, you don't know how long you're storing it for. I don't want to do that. So I put it in the bag so that way it's loose and you can pull it out of the bag, and you might have to like divide it up, but it's all like fluffy. You don't want to compress it because then that's like the purpose of pin drafting it. So I don't know. So it is definitely loose in bags when you get it. So it's definitely not pretty, but it's also, it's less likely to get felted. So that's kind of why I wanted to just let everybody know the why behind it, because it looks kind of crazy in the bags, but it's actually not that hard to work with. And it's coming from a mill, you know, so it is what it is. I try and make it as pretty as possible, but you can't keep it in the coil because it, as you say, it just goes whoosh everywhere. So, oh well. But I do want to offer everybody I have some yarns that I was going to do, and then these are some of the yarns that I wanted to show everybody that is in the shop. I have so much that are not in the shop right now. I mean a lot, but most of it's going to the shows, and because I'm small, I have a hard time putting it in the shop and then trying to keep track of what's in the shop, what's going to the show, and then also I'm working on the like other people's stuff for the carding part of it, so I can't keep track of all of it. So I have to try and keep everything separate for a little while. But this is a newer colorway. It's taffy, and I love this colorway. I made my granddaughter's hat out of this. I held it double, and it just came out so cute. Everybody, she said, is complimented on this hat. So of course I don't have it. It's on her head. So that's me. That was before I was brave enough to do this. But this is taffy. And then I thought these two, I don't know what, I hope this isn't the same ones that she showed last time, but these are the other ones, of the non-superwash, the rugged sock. I think it was actually, now that I'm thinking of it. I don't remember which colorway she did. But we didn't offer. That's the one thing I didn't offer. Is I think I'm gonna offer a giveaway of let's see here. I don't know. Why don't we do one of you pick? We'll do for these two skeins. We'll do a giveaway, one for each person. I'll do two of them. So let me know which one you want. The taffy or which one is this one? Whippersnapper. So we can do a giveaway for these two skeins, and I'll do also if you want roving, if you're a hand spinner, I can do a giveaway for a bag of roving too, just because. Hey, I'm new at this, so we'll. This is a good practice, so we'll do that. And then for anything in the shop that you can have that's available right now in the shop, for the podcast for this week, I'll do 10% off. So just put in there podcast number 2, and then I'll use that as the coupon code, and then you can get 10% off. And hopefully, if whoever sees that, you can see that, and it'll be good for the week. So I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that I didn't go over. Hopefully I didn't talk too fast. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I got it done, and then I can get it out there, and then hopefully next time, Amy, bye.